there are some fantastic exclusive games coming to the Xbox Series consoles this year. Let's have a little talk about all the ones we're excited for. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new Major Bin video. We have been smashing out the videos this week and I have been having a blast making them, to be honest with you guys. So I just wanted to say thank you for all the support. Please do continue liking the videos and subscribing to the channel. It really does help me out and I'm looking forward to seeing all the growth we can get in 2022. But with that, we have some very exciting exclusive games coming to the series consoles this year. And to be honest, this is just the start of Xbox actually going into the new kind of actually owning exclusives market, where they actually have some system like sellers, like games that are purely on Xbox this time and nothing else. So this is going to be interesting to see how things play out this generation between the two systems, because it really is the first time Microsoft are competing properly now that they have so many of their own studios. So it's going to be very interesting. And also, just a note, all of these games are coming to Game Pass day one. Just remember that fee you're already paying. All of these games coming to Game Pass day one. And remember, also, you will have games like Outriders, for example, that came and, day and date, or Hitman trilogy that's coming day and date. So looking back, we actually had a fantastic 2021, to be honest. It was a big year for Xbox fans. We had some incredible launches, game studio acquisitions, etc. Psychonauts 2, Forza Horizon 5, and Halo Infinite was great. A great end to the year, at least. We had a very good end. Not such a good start, but the end of it was very, very good. So we know recently that we've had some delays to some of these games, so they are still in 2022, but we want to talk about them. So let's get into the details. To start off, we have a single-player multiplayer FPS game. So Crossfire X is currently a popular multiplayer shooter in the Eastern Asian countries, and the original developers Smilegate plans to extend the audience of the game even more in the Western regions as well. As a result, they have come to an agreement with Remedy Entertainment for designing a story-driven single-player experience for Crossfire X, which will be out as soon as next month. Crossfire X is a modern-day military first-person shooter, and the single-player campaign features a lot of action-packed scenes, which could probably be another great shooter for Xbox fans after last year's Halo Infinite. So the release date currently is around February 10th, launching on obviously the Xbox One systems and the Series systems. So this is great. I'm very excited for Crossfire X. The way this game looks is awesome. We obviously saw this game when we first kind of had a game showcase for the Series consoles, and it's one of the best looking shooters I've seen in a long time. So I am very excited for this game. Now, note that they do say it is a game that is already out in the Asian countries on PC, for example, but we have to remember that the PC ecosystem is kind of the Xbox ecosystem. Every Xbox game is going to come to PC, so this is exclusive as you're going to get on the system, but that's fine. If more people get to play and enjoy the games that we play on the Xbox consoles, there is no kind of negative to it. So this one's a little bit of a shorter one. The next game is Tunic, which represents a beautifully created ancient world where you find many lost legends, ancient powers, and of course giant monsters. As an isometric action adventure, Tunic will allow you to discover the mysteries of its unknown world in the way you want. Apologies for my cat scratching in the background. I cannot help it, but she's very cute. This release date is currently slated to come out March 16th, as you can hear my cat dashing around in the background. Platforms are Xbox One, Series consoles, and PC. This looks very much like a kind of Zelda-esque game, a top-down game. I'd imagine this game is going to look gorgeous. I kind of hope they really... Nelly, please stop. I kind of hope they really push the boundaries of the graphics here. Maybe we put it up to 6K resolution or 8K resolution, or if it is 4K, run the thing at 120 FPS. We know the system can do it. On a game like this, it's very easily doable, 4K 120 FPS. So hopefully they do push that a lot. Now, this next one has unfortunately been delayed. So it's Stalker 2, which is a shame. I'm just looking at the date now of when it was delayed to. I believe it's quite a lot later this year, but this is going to be the first of many. So this game is right at the end of the year. So Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. It's been a long time since we heard about the sequel to Stalker in the works by GSC Game World, but hopefully this year is the time we finally get to play it. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl had a jaw-dropping showcase at Microsoft's E3 2021 presentation. Fans have been looking forward to playing the game since. The story depicts the unfortunate events after the Chernobyl Chernobyl explosion, say that 10 times in a row, which has led to some strange mutations among animals and the creations of powerful elements. In an open world experience, you will need to deal with all the supernatural dangers of Chernobyl, as well as fight with the brutal factions of the ruined city to survive. Now, this game is gorgeous, okay? It literally looks insane, and to be honest, the fact that it was delayed is okay. We understand there's things going on in the world right now. COVID is still running rampant and it's just all over the place. It originally was going to be set to release in April, but this game has been delayed to December, unfortunately, so very late this year, and it's coming to the Xbox Series consoles and PC. I don't believe this is an Xbox One system release at all. So that is one of my most hyped games. I am absolutely excited for that game. I can't wait. Now, the next one I'm even more excited for. This one is the top of my list because there's not enough that I know about it, but also I know it's going to be a banger, and this is of course Starfield. Starfield is already the most anticipated game of the year for many Bethesda and Skyrim fans, although we know very little about this new IP from Bethesda Game Studios. We do know that it is going to be something big. Starfield is going to be an open world RPG game with a massive world that could probably challenge the universe of Skyrim in size. The universe, by the way, guys, just to say that and point it out. It's yet to be seen what the storyline is going to be for this massive space exploration, but we do know that this game is going to entertain us for a very long time. Not only for Xbox fans who will have Starfield as one of the big console exclusive games in 2022, but also for PC gamers, this is an anticipated project. So this is currently set to release in November the 11th. That's like the latest date that we've kind of had hinted at. Remember, Bethesda keep things very close to their chest and they kind of just drop it at a month's notice or whatever. So this could be any time this year, and I desperately hope it was this year. I think it was meant to come out last year, but because of things like COVID, it's just been delayed, unfortunately, and that is how things are going in the gaming industry. People have to remember this. The platforms is the Series consoles and PC, and obviously the developers Bethesda. Another one we have is Ubisoft's a Ubisoft game, but it isn't a Ubisoft game. Sorry, I'm being stupid. It's not a Ubisoft game. I'm so used to saying the word Steep because of the game that didn't come. But anyway, let me reset. After Ubisoft Steep, we haven't received any big snowboarding focused sports game, but Shredders looks like a very promising project from an indie team that could fascinate the snowboarding fans. While the game was supposed to launch in 2021, the developer decided to push its release date back to 2022, and we can hopefully start having a look at the snowy mountains in February this year. Among the Xbox exclusive games in 2022, Shredders is one of the few ones that will skip PC. So this is a purely console Xbox Series X and S exclusive, which currently the release date is February, but again, subject to change, and it I can't speak anymore. Will do. I don't know. I give up with that sentence. Warhammer 40k Darktide, coming from the developers of Vermintide. Fantastic game, by the way. Make sure you guys go and check it out. It's so awesome to play with your friends. Warhammer 40k Darktide is a co-op looter-shooter experience that will send you and your friends against regenerating hordes of zombies, but how long can you guys resist? Darktide features an outstanding visuals, and despite being a looter shooter, features some impressive horror elements as well. This is set to release in the spring for Series consoles and PC. So this is awesome. Again, I'm going to say Vermintide is a must play. You guys need to check it out. We then have Redfall. The next big game coming from Bethesda's Arcane team is Redfall, which we first witnessed at E3 2021. Redfall is going to be a shooter experience featuring both single player and co-op modes. There are not many details at the moment on the story of the game, but it is going to be a hero-based title where you can apparently choose between various different characters. Hopefully we'll see more of Redfall at this year's E3 event or sooner. So this is currently scheduled for summer. We will see. I don't know, a release at E3 would be awesome for the series, consoles, and PC. We then have Scorn. Scorn is a haunting first-person horror shooter with an eerie environment design that makes it stand out from any other horror experience this year. I remember watching this game, the trailer, and it's freaking creepy. You guys will have it on screen while I'm talking. While the game was supposed to launch earlier than the announcement of the Xbox Series X and S convinced developers to use the high capabilities of Microsoft's new console and work more on the visuals of the game. Scorn is now targeting a late 2022 release, and we can now see more of its strange and haunting world throughout this year. This is currently scheduled for release in October, so perfect for Halloween. I am definitely going to be picking this game up. Platform Series X, S, and PC. Somerville is an indie, a story-rich project that manages to add itself to the anticipated titles of many gamers with its outstanding presentations and trailers. All we know is that Somerville takes place in an unstable and collapsing situation in the world where you will probably face difficult dilemmas. Now, I love these kind of gorgeous art style games with fantastic, story writing, and they're just brilliant. I got a lot of them on the Switch, and I really like the fact that they did that on the Switch. So fingers crossed this is going to be a good one. Coming in 2022, doesn't say when at this time. Xbox One and the Series consoles and PC too. We then have Slime Rancher 2. If you're looking for a peaceful open world game in 2022 with so much fun, Slime Rancher 2 should be on your radar for this year. The follow-up to a highly populated Slime Rancher will further expand the player's abilities and freedom in collecting the naughty slimes and categorizing them correctly. This is 2022 for Series consoles and PC. Replaced. As a 2D action adventure experience, Replaced made a name for itself after its high-octane E3 2021 gameplay trailer. If you want non-stop excitement with a rich story to tell, you better keep an eye out for Replaced this year, as it seems extremely promising. This is launching this year with no date, Xbox One, Series consoles, and PC. And that is my cat jumping around my room. Nelly, please stop, we're recording a video. Ark 2 was of course a surprising announcement in the 2020s The Game Awards scene, especially having Vin Diesel among the cast as an important character of the game. The game targets, so far, a 2022 release window, and thus far we haven't heard anything else other than the platform is currently set for Xbox and PC. So if this is actually an exclusive, which as far as we are aware at this time it is, this is crazy. Like, Series consoles and PC for Ark 2, this is a massive game and something that could be huge. So there are a few games that I want to mention that currently have no release info, but they might launch in 2022. First of all, Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. Now, the first game is one of the best looking graphics games I have seen for a long time, especially on the previous generation of consoles. Now, Hellblade 2 is looking like it's going to take it a step further in the right direction. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and kind of go through the next step of the story, basically. So check out the trailer, guys. It's gorgeous. I'll have a bit of it on screen now. But next, we're going to go on to Forza Motorsport. Now, we obviously have Forza Horizon 5 that was very recently launched at the time of recording this video, and this game is the best looking game I've ever seen, to be honest. I actually said this to my friends at work. 100% the best racing game I've ever played, and probably the best looking game of the generation for me so far from what I've played. And I have played Ratchet and Clank, by the way, and I think this Forza Horizon 5, in my personal opinion, blew it out the water. I think this game looked absolutely gorgeous. It is just unreal how good this looks, especially with photorealism. Got to remember, Ratchet and Clank is a less demanding game with the animation style and the world size, whereas obviously you've got things like Forza that is one massive map. You're traveling through it at a very fast pace, and very high resolution textures are needed to be streamed in at all times. So we've also got Avowed, which is something we do not know when this is coming. It could be this year, it could be next year, and to be honest, this game, we don't know a lot about it. It looks gorgeous though. I'm very much excited for this one. We have State of Decay 3, again, barely heard anything, but very excited for this game. Everwild, and then Perfect Dark. So those are the games that we're not sure about for that list there. I won't have trailers for all of them in the background, but you guys can kind of see that those are the games that we're kind of looking into that are coming up potentially this year. Now, God damn, that's a lot of things to be excited for. If you guys aren't excited, then I don't know what could get you excited. But those games, those list of games that we just went through are phenomenal. And I no longer want to hear this narrative of Xbox has no games. I mean, we just read off like 15, 20 games that are, or maybe 15 that are like pretty much confirmed for this year. Or 10, around that number, 10 that are confirmed for this year or whatever, 100%. And then another few that are potentially coming this year. And then we've also got so much more coming over the next few years, and I want to do more and more videos on those as well. But guys, there is so many things to be like excited and hyped about right now, because this is just going to be awesome. So make sure you guys like the video, subscribe for more content in the future. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.